Hey guys, it's Willibeatit here, and today's video is going to be a different video. It's going to be a video on Assassin Dave here. He made a video today called "Trump is banning League of Legends Wild Rift." We're going to take a look at it. We're going to give our opinion on it, see what it's all about. I've only watched like 6 minutes of it so far, and what I think so far is just it's clickbait. There's nothing inside what Trump said ever in regards to Wild Rift whatsoever. He said TikTok, he said WeChat. WeChat has never been on Riot Games ever in USA, so you don't got to worry about logging in through WeChat on Riot Games USA, so not too worried about that. There's never been a word saying like Trump is banning Wild Rift, so that's just like a rumor. That's like me like coming out and being like, the official release date in Wild Rift is tomorrow. It's like, no, it's not. Anyone can say whatever they want, but it's not true. It's like it's not happening. And you can't just say like it's gonna get banned. But yeah, listen to what he says here.
Before it even arrives. Yo guys, how's everyone doing, and welcome back to another Dave Talk. I got some breaking news for you guys, okay? The United States President Donald J. Trump has signed an executive order that bans WeChat as well as TikTok. Let's mainly focus on...
See, WeChat and TikTok has nothing to do with Wild Rift, League of Legends, or any of that. Like, sure, maybe it could in the future, but as of now, it's just a whole, like, rumor. Like, Trump's just trying to get someone else to buy it out or something. It's like, it's not going to happen. Wild Rift will get released in the US. You don't have to worry about it. People are just trying to get content.
WeChat today because it's
also, ML people don't want their game to die. So they're going to try to keep their game as high up there as they can,
Owned by Tencent, and Tencent owns Riot, and Riot is a publisher of the upcoming game League of Legends Wild Rift. So let's quickly take a look at the executive order first to see exactly what the order says. I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, find additional steps, okay, must be taken to deal with a national emergency with respect to the information and the communication technology and services supply chain declared in Executive Order 13873 of May 15, 2019. As I explained...
Yeah, guys, I'm not editing this. I'm just going to throw it out one take, like just a video. It's 12 minutes long. We're going to watch it. We're going to react, and that's it,
In an
give our opinion.
Order of August 6th, 2020, and this is addressing TikTok. The spread in
because yeah, this is strictly about WeChat and TikTok. It has nothing to do with Wild Rift whatsoever.
Developed and owned by companies in the People's Republic of China continues to threaten the national security, foreign policy, and economy of the United States. To protect our nation, I took actions to address the threat posed by one mobile application's TikTok. Further actions needed to address the similar threat posed by another mobile application's WeChat. Now, this is very interesting because for a lot of people who are watching this, they don't even know what WeChat is, especially for American viewers who are watching this. WeChat is a Chinese communication software, and it's a hugely monopolized application.
Yeah, he explains WeChat very well here for anyone who doesn't understand it.
Right? In China, people literally use this.
It's used for everything.
They use it for their Chinese Uber, aka Didi. They use it for buying groceries, buying fruits, buying everything. They also use it to transfer money to their friends. Some companies even use it as a payment method to give it to the subsidiaries. I mean, it's basically an app that involves everything China. It's not like Google Pay or Android Pay, whatever. It's kind of like 50-50 split in US or Western countries. In China, almost everyone uses WeChat. Even the homeless people on the street, when they ask for money, they don't ask for your cash. They give you like a QR code. You scan with WeChat and give them money. It's such a huge app. The thing is, like, how many people actually use WeChat in US, right? Besides like the people who may have friends in China, or besides a Chinese citizen or international.
The people who use WeChat in the US are currently playing like mobile games in other countries.
National people who are here, international students or tourists.
A lot of the other countries you have to log in through WeChat.
Friends and families back home. There's no one I know that actually use WeChat in US. So personally, I don't know the threat that WeChat might have in the US society. I mean, it is collecting a lot of information. Like I said, it's literally a necessity now. Like, it's like your clothing, your underwear that you have to wear. I don't know, a lot of people don't wear underwear, but that's beside the point, okay? The point is, I don't know the threat WeChat might have for American citizens, right? But let's continue with the executive order. WeChat, a messaging, social media, and electronic payment application owned by Chinese company Tencent Holdings Ltd., reported has over 1 billion users worldwide, including users in the United States. Like TikTok, WeChat automatically captures vast swath of information from its users. This data collection threatens to allow the Chinese Communist Party access to Americans' personal and proprietary information. In addition, the application captures the personal and proprietary information of Chinese nationals visiting the United States, thereby allowing the Chinese Communist Party a mechanism for keeping tabs on Chinese citizens who may be enjoying the benefits of a free society for the first time in their lives. Well, that's a bit extreme. For example,
like, I also agree that if like a company is spying on you with a bunch of these apps shouldn't be allowed, or they should not be allowed in the way that they are currently, you know?
In March 2019, a researcher reportedly discovered a Chinese database containing billions of WeChat messages sent from users in not only China but also the United States, Taiwan, South Korea, and Australia. WeChat, like TikTok, also
But again, we're now 4 minutes in and we've heard nothing, not one thing in document about Wild Rift or Riot Games. Still in the same document.
Protect our national security. Currently,
with TikTok, WeChat,
against the owner of WeChat to protect our national security, and that is Tencent. And before we talk about Tencent and how this can actually affect League of Legends Wild Rift, I just want to go over the actual action of this executive order. Section 1. The following actions shall be prohibited beginning 45 days after the day of this order, which is August 6th, to the extent permitted under.
So the thing says in 45 days you can't make a purchase on WeChat or TikTok. Doesn't say anything in regards to like all of Tencent's applications or nothing to do with that.
By any person or with respect to any property subject to jurisdiction of the United States with Tencent Holdings Ltd, Shenzhen, China, or any subsidiaries of the entity as identified by the Secretary of Commerce under Section 1C of the order. Now, this is too broad, right? What do you mean by all transaction, any transaction that is related to WeChat? And most importantly, it says, or with respect to any property subject to the jurisdiction of the United States with Tencent Holdings. So any transaction that's related to Tencent Holdings that's under the jurisdiction of the United States, you cannot do business with them anymore, right? All transactions shall be prohibited in 45 days at the moment of this issue. So it's interesting because Riot is an American company and it's 100% owned.
Yeah, it's not it's not saying that the games of Tencent you're not going to be able to spend money on them. It's saying that for WeChat.
By Tencent. So
not Tencent as a whole.
Of the United States government,
for anyone that's wondering.
But also they're doing business with Tencent Holdings. So can people no longer do business with Riot? Can we no longer give money to Riot? Like in a sense of buying like in-game purchases, in-app purchases, whatever. Like that's odd. How about like Supercell games, right? That's owned by Tencent as well, majority stake. And can we not buy in-app purchases either? And when you read this executive order further, any transaction by a United States person or within the United States that evades or avoids has a purpose of evading or avoiding, cause a violation of, or attempts to violate the prohibition set forth in this order is prohibited. So you don't really have to be just a United States person or a permanent resident. You can be people who live in the United States or travel to the United States like a tourist. As long as you're under United States jurisdiction, under United States law, you cannot do transaction with WeChat, with Tencent. At least that's my interpretation of this executive order.
It's not with Tencent. It's wrong. It's only with WeChat.
And then you come to US. If you come to US, then you cannot play Riot.
It's a clickbait.
Then White House official has since came out and said this won't affect video games. According to PC Gamers, while the order specifically targets WeChat and Tencent, which they didn't write here, there was enough ambiguity in its wording to raise concern that it could affect other Tencent holding properties. After all,
there's been video game lawyers and such that have said that like WeChat is the only one involved currently, so nobody has to even worry about it. Again, don't be stressing about what Mobile Legends influencers are saying about like Wild Rift and all this other like all the other games, because what they really want is their game not to die. Like, this is what they've been building their career on, so if their game dies, they're gonna have to start again from like not where they were, but somewhere lower, you know. And maybe they could take off way faster, but it's about restarting, you know, in a new game. And some people don't like doing that, you know, so This is their chance to try to save their game.
Legend, Valorant, and most importantly, as for our concern, League
And again, it's nothing against Dave.
Legend, Wildrift. 40% of Epic Games, Fortnite, Unreal
It's just a
Engine,
clickbait video.
5% of
It's
Activision,
Tencent and Wildrift. Like Wildrift isn't even involved in this at all. WeChat is the main thing. You know, Tencent isn't, as a whole, it's not about Tencent as a whole. It's just about WeChat currently and TikTok.
Video game companies owned by Tencent will not be affected by this executive order. White House officials confirmed to the LA Times that EO only blocked transactions related to WeChat. So Riot Games, Epic Games, etc.
So here Dave's getting into the facts now.
Pending updates. It's a pending update part that concerns me. Okay, you have to understand everything right now is under the grace of the United States government, right? Whether we're gonna have League of Legends.
So again, Dave's video here is just a speculation, but again, it is clickbait and it is just trying to get people to shy away from Wildrift.
Banning the Mobile Legend app. Well, at that time, we already mentioned that China and U.S. relationship is very, very tense right now. In fact, Trump just last month signed a Hong Kong sanction bill, announced this executive order in escalation with China, right? Because their relationship is just not good, especially this is election year. And China has said publicly that they're going to issue retaliations regarding what United States meddling in the Chinese policies, all that kind of stuff. So with these two executive orders, with Trump banning WeChat and TikTok, there's a good chance that China is going to come out with retaliations. And if they keep on going back and forth like this, what says that the Trump administration, the United States government, won't ban any more of Tencent holding applications in the United States? This is also why I was so confused when India first came out with banning Mobile Legends. I was like, if you really want to target Chinese government, or the CCP at least, why not ban something that's related to Tencent? Why are you banning an independent company, a Mobile Legend developed by Moonton, right? Why are you banning that? Because if you look at how much Tencent owns, they have full ownership of Riot Games, American developers of Valorant and League of Legends. They have multiple other games, Teamfight Tactics and so on. They have approximately 84% ownership in Finnish mobile developer Supercell, maker of Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Brawl Stars that you guys play. 40% ownership of American developer Epic Games that develop Fortnite. And the list goes on and on and on. And you bet your ass that they're collecting your personal information. So look at how much Mobile Legend collects your information.
Honestly, pretty much every app that you download is collecting some type of personal information.
Right?
Nowadays, nobody reads the fine print when you're downloading an app.
Facebook account, and you have to create your own Mobile Legend account that gets your email address. They ask for a lot of stuff in game. That's just Mobile Legends. And you bet Tencent collects a lot more with their games. Lots of companies, they have the umbrella of giving your account more security, and then ask you for more personal information. And a lot of people, including me, actually give this information to them because I don't want my account to get hacked. At the same time, you're giving up the liberty of staying private, right? And they know everything about you. They know your name. A lot of mobile games will ask you for a contact list so they can invite your friends. Now guess what? Once they know your friends, they know if they know what your friends are playing, and they know your entire social circle. They know who your parents are, and they know who your sisters are. It's a scary world. And yet there was India not banning Tencent game, but only banned Mobile Legends, which made me really confused. But coming to this Trump executive order, they're banning transactions related to WeChat, related to Tencent holdings. And if this tension between China and US escalates as we get closer and closer to the finish line of the election day, I think this is only gonna get worse, guys. And then there's a possibility that we're gonna see a lot more applications being banned. And with that, I think League of Legends Wildrift will be delayed again at best, right? I really do think so, because this is just really, really intense. You have to understand everything that happened to the parent company, aka Tencent, will have a huge impact on the subsidiaries, right? On the company that own Riot. We have seen this when they published Arena of Valor. A lot of stuff, a lot of policies, when we were talking about why certain heroes didn't come out fast enough, they were all affected by the parent company, Tencent. My point here is the future is very, very unknown and very, very scary. At least for League of Legends Wildrift. What do you guys think about this, right?
All right, so now I'll give my full opinion on what he just said the last 3 minutes there. So my opinion on this here is that Wildrift this won't affect Wildrift at all, 0%. Someone will buy out TikTok or buy out WeChat, or just ban WeChat or whatever. Riot Games in the US has nothing to do with WeChat, and they don't log in through WeChat. They have their own Riot system, so I'm not too worried about that. I have like I don't think that this is going to affect wildrift at all. If anybody in the comments thinks that this is going to affect wildrift, let me know, but I really do not think this is going to affect wildrift whatsoever. This has to do with TikTok and WeChat, and right now it has nothing to do with wildrift. So Trump is not banning League of Legends wildrift in any way, shape, or form. There's not been any proof of that whatsoever. So that's where we can go from this video. They've made some good points, but however, this point is not made at all ever in document. So we can go from here. We're waiting for wildrift, and yeah, let me hear you guys' opinion in the comments about if you guys think it's going to be banned or whatnot. Take care, guys.